Hey guys, welcome back again to Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. When we last left off, we went through, when did we last left off? So when we last left off, we were basically going through the, obviously the Persona 3 cast through their own perspective. And we obviously came across with Sho Minazuki, who we know that he was basically impersonating Shuji Kutsuki during this whole fiasco. And it gave us a little bit more in depth about mainly its origin and obviously mainly Ikutsuki, which we haven't seen part of those inhumane, I guess, research that he was doing, specifically with Sho, forcing him to have a persona by using one of those shards. But we also discovered that Labrys, within herself, she is capable to switch personality. In this particular case, the Shadow Labrys with Asterios, which quite interesting. I think this is the first time in the series that they've done something like that. That we actually get to see a Shadow Labrys still existing with a different persona. And yeah, so compared to Aigis, Labrys is able to have two personas at the same time. Which I guess it's depending on the situation she can use. I guess it's like having to meet two different Labrys. It's kind of a weird thing. This has never been touched upon in the series so far. And here we are. The group has definitely separated in three. One to search the rest of the town, one to keep Fuka, and one to proceed onward. And right now, let's see what Fuka has in mind. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right into it. So before I start the video, if you guys haven't seen the previous video of this, which was a Devil May Cry 3 episode, I did explain a little bit to obviously my current upload of videos. Mainly, obviously, don't mind repeating. Basically, I am definitely been busy around obviously with work and mainly my personal life, and to trying to keep up from both. From obviously doing all that and obviously doing YouTube, it's sometimes hard to get by. Sometimes I just want to go chill out because it's been a long day. But now I just just to let everybody know, I don't intend to stop doing this. I do have the passion and energy to do this. It's just with other things I have in mind, I just rather rest than overwork myself. But I never stop thinking of you guys. Seriously. That's why I'm here. So yeah, let's get right into the episode. So yeah, let's go through Fuka. I don't think I have to give her a voice. I mean, it's a long time I'm giving Fuka a voice. All right, so we do. Okay, so Fuka was a little bit shyish, I guess, but I think she's now more mature. So I think she's less shy than it was before. I mean, that's what basically Fuka is right now. She had, she's still like shyest girl that we all know. But I think this time, I think she matured a bit, and she doesn't have. I mean, she does have that shyest thing, but I don't think as she usually do. So I guess I can give her a normal. Experiment around. After seeing my companions off, I concentrate on finding everyone's locations. I've been entrusted with the task of providing support to everyone else. The ability to disseminate the information among them all will be the key in navigating through this twisted labyrinth. Since I cannot fight directly, I need to help everyone as much as I can with my own abilities.
Are you all okay? I don't sense any enemies nearby, so please concentrate on regaining your strength.
Right. Ow.
Are you okay, Fuka-san? You were only rescued a little while ago. Is it okay for you to use your persona so soon?
That's definitely true.
Thank you. I'm all right. I'm sorry we dragged you into this.
Chie-san is concerned about me, though I'm sure that she has been badly hurt herself.
We just screwed up. We're really thankful you guys came.
In any case, let's recover as quickly as possible so we can go after Labrys and the others.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not Chie-san. When the persona users of Inaba found out that I was being held captive, they all put themselves in danger to find me. It makes me truly happy to be able to find them, to be able to fight alongside these people.
Theodore! My. I mean, would I play Persona 3 Portable in the future? I really am not sure. I mean, my only thing would be to play that game is it's basically mainly Theodore and some other unique exclusive social links through the female side, and that's basically it. But damn, Theodore, nice to see you.
Without warning, one of the caskets in the room opens with a creak, and a tall man steps out of it.
How long you been in there, Theodore?
Blue clothes, silver hair, golden eyes. Who in the world is he? I can sense his power, but I feel no hostility from him. He doesn't seem to be a shadow.
Why are you screaming? We're the ones you freaked out!
Oh, I apologize. I was caught in the moment.
Those clothes. They're very similar to the dresses Margaret and Elizabeth wear.
Ah, so you are acquainted with my sisters. I am their younger brother, Theodore.
Elizabeth? That really strong girl with the book? What's her family doing here?
Well, my sister has given me a task, so I've come to the world outside. But along the way, I sensed the presence of Elizabeth nearby.
And that's how you came out of this coffin? What kind of horror flick did we walk into?
Elizabeth is close by? She's tremendously powerful, but I don't sense her at all.
Oh, she is most likely hiding her presence, so as to not hinder your journey. But I am certain that she will be watching over a battle around here. As evidence of this, please look here. There are potato chip crumbs in the bottom of this coffin, and in her favorite flavor at that.
So
If
she
anyone
too.
was gonna eat potato chips in a coffin, it'd be her.
So she was in there as well.
These guys are putting kind of a damper on the urgency of this situation.
I like the local variety with the beef flavor. Oh, I can't get enough.
Can we stop talking about potato chips? Theodore, right? We haven't run into Elizabeth.
Yes, it seems I was just a tad too late. It's all right. There was merely a little something I wished to ask her.
What's that?
About her journey.
This is how Theodore's stories goes. While out on an errand, Theodore saw a glimpse of his older sister, Elizabeth. He then decided to follow her and eventually reached this tower. What he describes as being out of an errand during a situation like this seems odd, but Yukon seemed to understand and said that this man's sudden appearance makes sense if he really is related to the person he claims to be his sister. It seems that the man in blue is able to move about without being constrained by the rules that we've all been having trouble with. Could that be related to why he feels different from everyone else? Theodore wanders around the room for a bit, but eventually he seems satisfied and comes back to us.
Upon closer inspection, it seems you're all quite wounded. Forgive me for asking so brazenly, but why is it you continue to fight, even when you have been hurt to this extent?
Why?
I'm a little bewildered by the sudden question. What are we fighting on this battle for?
Are you asking why we're fighting?
One moment, please.
Theodore raises a hand to stop us, then furrows his brow and
Hearing
thought.
it from you would be too easy. I see. Could my sister have given me this opportunity to see the outside world, to broaden my horizons?
Are you alright?
Ah, please forgive me. It seems I have a great deal to learn for myself.
Actually, if you guys don't know, Theodore, personally for me, and to my knowledge of Theodore, I find is just very calm. He's like the normal sibling in the group. You got Margaret, which is like the typical older sister, very flirty aspect. Then you got Elizabeth, which is hot shit crazy. And then you got Theodore. Theodore's like the calmest of everyone else. I know I see this another one, which I won't mention until Persona 5, but literally, yeah. He's the calmest.
I guess he's kind of reached a conclusion.
I'm sorry for causing you trouble. It seems this is a question I must answer on my own. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be taking my leave.
Huh? You mean you're going back?
Yes, this conversation with you has been highly significant. Please, excuse me.
Honey, going back to the coffin.
What was that just now?
You hear the like crunching noises from the potato chips. He's eating in there.
I've got no idea, but
Honey came back.
wait, what now?
I'd almost forgotten. If you truly are in a great hurry to reach the top of this tower, then please make use of this door here. Well then?
He just came out.
What door? That is a coffin!
Oh, sorry, my controller.
That was mysterious.
Theodore asked us why are we fighting. The reason I had such a hard time finding an answer is because I couldn't find a way to put into words. I mean, we'll have our own reasons for being here. We peeked behind the coffin that Theodore left through and discovered a set of stairs leading up. I thanked the man for his belief but helpful appearance, and then tried to locate the others once again. Good, I can sense everyone's strong wills as they go around the school. It's invigorating, and I feel my own spirit lifting. What I need to do right now is focus on doing my best.
A little insight through Theodore. Episode P3 is awesome, dude. I find it way more entertaining than episode P4. On RC, yeah, there's a lot of, the canon one is episode P4, so. Alright, so we can go through between Aigis or Akihiko. Seeing how this is all structured, I think we might as well go through Aigis. Because I'm seeing there's gonna be like dialogue, battle, and dialogue, and then end. Then we have this, which most likely be dialogue, another dialogue, battle, or dialogue, battle. I'm pretty much I'm seeing two battles in this one. I can already tell. Then we get to voice Aigis. Actually,
I'm worried about Yuki-chan and Rise-chan. Hang in there, ladies. I'll come get you in no time.
it's been a while after I actually played Aigis.
Still, this hallway has been going on forever. If this continues, we will be unable to make any progress.
My lengthy time bound to the cross resulted in a serious drain of my energy reserves. My condition has deteriorated to the point where even normal maneuvers will be difficult. If we were to face other shadow, I might be at a severe disadvantage. On top of that, the young man named Sho displayed godlike abilities. My sister and the others are in pursuit of a target with the power to freeze everyone present. I can't help but worry about them. I feel my heart sinking as these thoughts arise in my head. Teddy walks along with me, peering into each of the classrooms as we pass them. Perhaps his increased chattiness since we left the others is an attempt to lighten my spirits.
Just thinking that danger is closing in on those innocent ladies even as we speak is making my fur fall out.
Your fur is falling out. Perhaps it is merely your shedding season.
No. I'm extremely sensitive, and I lose fur when I'm stressed. Just the other day, Kanji lured me into a trap with some ice cream. He then kept nuzzling me over and over, and I ended up with a big old bald spot on my head. It was terrible.
I see. Kanji-san's extreme expression of love puts stress upon your fur. I will add that to my data file on you.
By the way, are you tired at all, Ai-chan? If you do feel a little logy, feel free to snuggle up against me whenever you like.
Teddy, do you realize she's a machine? Have you ever have that ever crossed your mind that she's a machine, and that spiritually she can get tired because it's it's if you haven't guys seen Persona 3, she actually does. But why?
No, I'm more concerned for the others in town.
That's a good reason. That's on top of that.
Oh, completely ignored. But I'm sure they'll be okay. My friends are really strong, you know.
You trust them, don't you?
Of course. You believe in Michan and the others too, don't you?
Yes, I do. They're all precious to me.
We're the same after all. You're sparkling too.
Sparkling?
I love everyone who's nice to me. And the world where everyone that I love lives in really sparkles. And I want to protect that sparkle and help everyone out.
Teddy's large eyes are guileless and honest when he speaks of his friends. I am an anti-shadow weapon, and yet Teddy's presence is similar to those of the shadows that I have been exterminating. Does that have any importance?
Thinking about someone else strengthens your own powers. We know of that phenomenon.
So why doesn't that Minazuki guy get that? Does he not see the sparkling?
Teddy then declares that it's up to him to become Minazuki's friend. Eventually, we come to a door next to a sign reading Music Room. Teddy sniffs for some time as if searching the room, then sneezes loudly.
Achoo! Ugh. We can't get to the exit unless we go through here. By the way, won't you take a little break here? You still seem exhausted, and I'm worried about you.
Teddy looks at me with worry while he suggests that we should have descended quite a bit by now, but there is still no sign of the exit. There's no time to hesitate. But most of all, I can't let myself become burdened either.
Thank you. You're truly kind.
Of course I am. It's basic bear etiquette.
Teddy puffs out his chest with pride as he puts his hand on the music room door.
We're barreling in! Excuse us!
There's nothing of note in the room but a grand piano. I'm about to suggest that we take a short break here, but a warning alerted me on an approaching shadow appears in my vision. This reading, it's close.
Targets acquired. An anti-shadow weapon and a shadow. Commencing elimination.
When I hear that flat mechanical voice, a giant axe instantly appears above us.
Alright, so I guess we're facing off against the Shadow Labyrinth here.
In a flash, I realize that we are being ambushed, but my body is too exhausted to move like I want it to. It's going to hit me. If I take any more severe damage, I'll be destroyed. Teddy shoves me away and I tumble to the floor. The fog and dust stirred up from the impact begin to settle, and I see the giant blade embedded into the floor, right where I had been standing. Teddy had been hit by the attack meant for me, and now he's lying motionless on the ground.
Man, you're weak. I was just trying to surprise you a little.
You're a copy of my sister.
I was ordered to take part in battle here. But that don't matter anymore. I'm gonna do whatever I want starting now.
Ai-chan, run!
Man, the shadows were sisters. Once I'm done with Itis, I'm gonna grind you down to fertilizer.
Teddy!
The axe strikes Teddy a heavy blow, and he slams into the wall before sliding down into a heap. I try to rush to his side, but...
No!
I wasn't careful enough. The strike at Teddy was part of a combo, with the second attack anticipating that I would try to come to his aid. Though I was able to avoid a direct hit, the tip of the axe scratches my leg with a dreadful noise. I stand up and prepare to dodge any further attacks, but the hit I just took has been enough to damage my leg. I won't support my weight, and I fall to my knees.
My frame's been cracked.
A copy of my sister smirks confidently and slowly approaches me. He seems to know that I'm incapable of moving with any agility now. Right then, I notice that the red pillars have appeared in the corners of the room, trapping us. There is no way to escape.
Trying to hurt you, you know. I knew you were weakened, I guess. It's so easy. Just target the weakest one, and the numbers will drop on their own. These bonds are pretty useful.
I knew I was weakened after all. I realize that I am in severe danger right now. Soon there will be no way to prevent it from claiming Teddy and me as its victims. Up until now, I've witnessed how my sister's shadow and how my sister herself fought when her heart had been disabled. That's why I thought that I had understood how to deal with this fake version of her too. When my sister was in that state, she and her shadow had fought in the same way, using her body's full potential and fueled by an inner drive to destroy. Each attack from them was a threat, but such straightforward opponents are simple to deal with. But this fake is different. She isn't berserk, like a shadow, and she hasn't lost her heart. In other words, she has both cunning and power. I can fight like my sister when she's in her normal state.
In other words, she knows of my special qualities as an upgraded version of her hardware, and can precisely target my weaknesses.
The biggest difference between the 5th generation Labrys, my sister, and me is our attack ranges. While my standard weapons are firearms, my sister has no long-range weaponry aside from some of her persona's abilities. Normally, I would have an advantage over her, provided that I am able to keep a distance between us. My damaged leg robs me of my mobility, so I can't do that right now. The fighter able to hit harder will have the upper hand here. The double must have known that targeted my leg from the start.
I already made a mistake in the limousine, and this will be my second blunder today. If only I had been better able to deal with things.
My regrets spill from my mouth as the axe in the shadow's hands rises higher and higher. My sister's axe weighs close to a third as much as her body, and she activates boosters to deliver an even more destructive attack, speeding up her swings to truly dangerous rates. A single hit from it could be enough to put me into a helpless state. As if that wasn't bad enough, I can barely stand up as is, and I can't even aim properly.
I yearned for power so that I could protect my comrades, but
What are you muttering about? You're next, Digus. Come at me.
I couldn't respond to a sudden ambush. Those close to me have been wounded. I can't save anyone like this.
Now that I'm facing a truly desperate moment, something surges from the depths of my heart. Anger. Anger at myself and my powerlessness. I don't want to use my damage as an excuse for my death. Move, Aegis, move! Behind the rising heat swelling within me, I understand that my battered body is unable to put up a fight. But I cannot lose. I must maintain this power, but keep my emotions under control as I determine the best course of action at the moment. Think, how can I turn this situation around? What can I do to protect my companions? A thought passes through my mind.
It seems I'll have to make use of that. I should have had maintenance done, like Fuka-san said.
The plume of dust within me flares strongly, as if responding to my heart. Right now, I will do anything if it will give me the power to fight, even if its results is shatter my own self. Please, give me the power to protect my friends.
Persona, rise up. Beginning frame coding. Stand by, EXO.
Are you still gonna try something? Sounds like you really want to fight that. That's cool with me. Here!
The axe the fake wheels flashes towards my face and I hear the boosters roar. Would jumping over to evade it the best? Before I can decide, my body
It's
reacts.
no use.
What? Oh my god, this is... I love Aigis a lot, and seeing like her overpowered self going through is amazing.
I cross my arms and take the brunt of the strike on my forearms. Violent sparks fly up in the collision, and the force of the attack travels throughout my entire body.
You stopped it just like that? How did you... I'll just slice you in half!
My sister's face stays when she is and leans heavily onto that axe, pushing it against me. My joints scream as I try to push back, and white smoke streams through the gap in my armor. My internal sensors repeatedly report that I am operating at my maximum capacity. It's not enough. I need more. More power.
Oh, my. Ai-chan's shining. What are you doing?
Teddy seems to have been awakened by the violent sounds of our clashing and stammers as he lifts himself off the floor. I'm relieved that he is able to move. But from this point on, everything is a
Teddy,
gamble.
please stay away. The probability of maintaining self-control in this mode is less than 1%. I'm sorry, but I can't guarantee that you'll be safe around me. It's ready. Releasing all limiters. Extreme Orgia mode.
Alright. Extreme Orgia mode.
Finally.
And we get obviously the... Yeah, a little bit bullshit. Bullshit fight in my own opinion. Hold on. Alright. Can we just calm down a bit? Oh my Come on, we're almost there. Come on. No. Come on. We're almost there.
What amazing clutch hitting! I'm impressed!
I love that soundtrack as well. That's literally her theme.
I am overheating.
Little callback from Persona 3. It was truly only coincidence that I'm still alive after releasing all the power of my plume of dusk, but applying my persona's materialization sequence to reinforce my body's skeletal system and armor planting allowed me to endure a far stronger load than my components could normally handle. I suppose it truly is extreme Orgia mode. My sister's double turns into a black mass and begins to melt. As it collapses into a puddle, glimmers like golden sand twinkle upwards out of it and disappear into the ceiling. I finally reach Teddy and help his injured, round body sit up.
Teddy, I'm so sorry. It's my fault.
Ai-chan, you were so cool. I regret nothing. Please, take care of Yosuke.
Teddy!
Don't fall for his axe.
The building begins to creak, the structure groaning like a giant, and the entire tower begins to quake as well. Both the creaking and tremors are getting stronger compared to what we had felt earlier. In addition, a beastly howling thunders down from above. What is that? Is there a voice? Could it have come from much higher than the room we were rescued, Mitsuru-san? Teddy's eyes snap open at this eerie sound.
What was that?
I don't know, but it seems a great power is trying to awaken.
Someone please respond.
Just then, a desperate plea cluttered by interference speaks out in my mind. That voice is Rise Kujikawa's. It's difficult to hear due to the interference, but there's no mistaking it. The communication seems to be coming from quite a distance outside of this building.
Rise-chan, you're okay! Oh, I'm so glad!
Teddy? Teddy, is that you? Where are you right now? Are you hurt?
I'm in the tower that appeared at school. I'm with Ai-chan, so I'm okay.
Ai-chan? You mean Aige-san? Aige-san, please listen. There's a ton of red fog swirling around the top of that tower right now.
Where are you, Rise-san? Can you see this place from there?
Yuki Senpai and I are in town searching for but we can't get out because there's a horde of shadows closing it.
The message is cut off before we can hear the entire thing. From what it sounds like, Rise-san and Yukiko-san appear to be in town together, just as expected. If she said horde and shadows so close together, they must be facing a dangerous situation.
We have to go at once! Rise-chan, we're coming for you! Ow! 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 Ow!
Please wait, Teddy. We've both been damaged quite badly. If we move now, we'll likely be in danger.
Yeah, that's true. But I just can't sit here and wait. Owie! My back!
Ouch.
Teddy was surely wounded quite badly, but knowing his friends are in danger, he seems unable to contain himself and attempts to force himself up to his feet. I must relay to everyone what Rise-san said about the school as soon as I can. When I approach the window to find out where we are, I see two figures leaving the school building.
Mitsuru-san and Akihiko-san.
Thank goodness! They managed to get out before us.
I can understand why you want to hurry, but those two are attempting to rescue the others as well. Let's proceed with caution so that we can meet up with them quickly.
Mysteriously, I can still move as well. Even though my frame has reached the very limits of its operational tolerances, and my joints creak ominously, the sheer strength of my emotion to save my friends forced my body into action. If Teddy and I feel the same way, I'm sure we can keep moving.
Ow! Anyway, let's move. I'm getting fired up. Let's do this. Onward!
As they say, yeah!
I can't help but smile at Teddy's enthusiasm. We leave the music room and the wreckage left behind from our recent battle and run down the hallway towards the exit.
And that's how we conclude through Aige's perspective, and now we'll definitely be switching through Akihiko and Mitsuru. So here we are, Mitsuru's anguish. Let's get right into it. In order to search for the Innova Persona users, Mitsuru and I searched the school building for an exit out of the tower. The interior of the building has been warped into a complex maze. I don't think we'll get out that easily.
I'm detecting a set of stairs just up ahead. Would you please try going down a floor?
Got it. Let us know if anything else comes up.
This maze is rather troublesome. We must hurry on.
Mitsuru mutters to herself after she and Fuka end their conversation, and her voice sounds tenser than usual. It looks like something's on her mind, so I decide to talk to her.
You still upset at how you and his friends got caught up in this?
I am. But what truly bothers me is how I cannot get a full grasp on the Sho Minazuki character, who has been behind everything.
Are we sure he's a persona user? When he fought against Labras, he didn't use a persona.
In addition to that, the one who called himself the person behind Labras' disappearance said that he had no persona. Granted, that could have been an act to confuse us. That still seems like a very unclear way of doing things. It's hard to believe that what he said was just an act.
When I spoke directly with Minazuki, I saw his persona myself. This matches with what Narukami and his friends have tested.
Could he have an accomplice?
An accomplice? Akihiko, this is only a hypothesis, but what if there were two Minazukis to begin with?
Yeah, I don't think at this point they know that there's like a split personality because of the force plume of dusk that he has been, you know, forced upon. I mean, that's only been mentioned in episode before, but in this one they kind of just blatantly elaborate in depth about it.
Two? You mean the one who called himself Sho and the one who called himself Minazuki are two different people?
No. His personalities changed before our very eyes. There's no doubt that they're the same body. But what if this isn't a case of multiple identity disorder? What if the two truly are completely separate personalities existing in the same body?
Completely separate? What do you mean?
Mitsuru-senpai, I'm detecting a shadow just up ahead of you.
We immediately end our discussion when Fuka's voice reaches us. There's only one door ahead of us and the end of the hall. I don't see a way around wherever's in our path.
It'd be too much trouble to try to head back. Let's break through here, Mitsuru.
It seems there's no other way. The situation is growing more and more dire by the moment. We must deal with this as quickly as possible.
We rush to the door and charge inside. On the other side is a normal classroom. Well, normal if you ignore the bizarre decorations all over. With a blackboard, lectern, and rows of desks. The ace detective of Inaba is waiting for us here.
It's been a while. You two seem to have made it out of your predicament. How does it feel to have been rounded up like that?
This Naruto is a fake. There's no reason to doubt it. But it's well made. It would be hard to tell the difference unless you had shadow detecting abilities like Fuka. The enemy goal wasn't to carve off pieces of our persona in battle. These accurate doubles could easily have been used as weapons against us.
Enough idle conversation. Let's get this over with. We don't have a lot of time.
Wait, Akihiko.
As I get impatient to go into battle, Mitsuru's voice stops me. True, I guess. We should listen to the fake's dying words. We may be able to gain some clues after all.
There's something I want you to tell me before I slay you.
What is it? You can ask, but it doesn't mean I'll answer.
Who created you fake people? Who is Minazuki?
That's an odd thing to ask. Didn't you meet him yourself only a few moments ago? You should ask him yourself. Then again, you won't be given that chance as you'll never leave here.
Mitsuru. I want to play with Mitsuru. I mean, I haven't been playing Mitsuru. I want to play some Mitsuru. I mean, I play Akihiko, but we just recently saved Mitsuru, and I just want to play some Mitsuru time.
Finally.
Damn it! Ouch! All right, Sonar. Ooh, I actually get to manage to use that attack.
It was in doubt, but you pulled through.
Well, at least I don't get to hear you, Jake.
That
The famous voice line from Akihiko that I hated the most. Where have you been? With an irritating year, the fake Naruto begins to crumble. The red pillars disappear as well, and a set of stairs leading downwards appears inside the classroom.
Mitsuru-senpai! Akihiko-senpai! Are you alright?
Yeah, no problems on our end. The shadow disappeared before we could get any information out of it, though.
We can't waste any time. Let's keep moving while we talk.
Okay. Please head down those stairs then. That should get you out of the tower.
Alright. We follow focused directions and head for the exit. Along the way, I decide to pick up our discussion on Sho's true character.
Mitsuru, back to what we were talking about earlier. It looked like Sho changed right in front of us. He switched personalities. What makes you think that it's not the ordinary form of split personality?
Do you recall the conversation in the limo about Ikutsuki's personal experiments? I said there was an indication that a plume of dusk was used.
You mean the human experimentation we were talking about? That's definitely something a guy like Ikutsuki would have come up with.
What if Ikutsuki's experiments on Minazuki involved transplanting a plume of dusk into a living person?
What? Why would he do something like that?
Considering that it could have been part of Ergo Research's attempts to create artificial persona users, it makes sense. It's most likely that Ikutsuki implanted a plume of dusk into Minazuki in order to intentionally try to force a persona to appear. But Sho Minazuki didn't awaken to the persona ability. That much can be gathered from the fact that Ikutsuki labeled the experiment a failure.
That bastard performed terrible experiments on young children, all for his own gain. And he called this a failure? Ikutsuki put something strange inside a living person and simply wrote off what he did as a failure? Only proves how insane he'd been.
Contrary to Ikutsuki's expectations, though, the experiment had a different result.
What? Don't tell me.
If a plume of dusk was implanted into the body of a person who already had a personality, what would happen?
A plume of dusk stimulates the creation of an ego. So it's not out of the question that it would create a new personality in the same body.
In other words, it wasn't split personalities in Sho's mind, but two complete different entities in the same body. The original Sho and the personality that was created when the plume of dusk was put inside him now calls itself Minazuki. And maybe it's the second personality that has the ability to use a persona.
According to the records, after the operation, Minazuki entered a vegetative state after some time. Thus, Ikutsuki let go of Minazuki. He was then transported to a hospital in the suburbs of Inaba, and there are no records of Minazuki from there on. What happened from that point on, I can only speculate. But I wonder what sort of life Minazuki led after he regained consciousness.
Misuru's expression softens. Even if Minazuki was created by Ikutsuki, this is just one last way that the Ikutsuki ghosts still haunt us. Ikutsuki's research only follows similar experiments created by the Kirijo group. If Sho's past is as Mitsuru describes, then he's yet another victim of the Kirijo group. Not just an enemy to be defeated. Not long after we pass through the main entranceway, we see a path leading to the school's main gates, which are painted in a strange pattern. Beyond that, nothing but red fog. There's no telling what state the town is in right now.
Labra said that she wanted to speak with Minazuki. And now, so do I.
We'd better rescue Yukiko's group and get back here then.
Indeed. Let us accomplish our duties with haste.
There's no point in denying that Kirijo is partly responsible for this series of cases. That truth won't change, and it's obvious that this is weighing heavily on Mitsuru's shoulders, since she is the head of the Kirijo group now. That's why I believe I truly understand how Mitsuru felt when she made the choice to step back from the front lines earlier. She put trust in her comrades. That's how it should be. We can't count on our teammates to get the job done.
What's Yukiko's position?
I sense something southeast of there. Please be careful.
This is how we call line with Igus and Teddy. As Fuka's communication cuts out, the school building behind us makes a groaning sound. It's so loud now. Get the feeling that there isn't a lot of time left. Mitsuru and I nod to each other before beginning to run towards town. To be continued? Oh my god. And we continue on from there. And we continue on through Labris. And that's how we continue on. So maybe we continue on with Mitsuru here. And then we leave Labris for next episode. So yeah. So I see why not. Rush to Junes. So now we switch to Mitsuru. So
we run at the top speed through the fog enveloping the town of Inaba. Not a single soul can be found outside. The sight reminds me of nothing more than the dark hour. Akihiko must feel the same way as he runs beside me.
Mitsuru, how are Igus and Teddy doing?
Teddy
must have gotten out into the town by now.
You're right. Let me search for them.
I concentrate and search the area for any readings. My search ability only has a limited range. To make matters worse, the images that appear in my mind have severe interference likely caused by the strange fog. This fog seems to be symbolic of Minasaki's solitude, as if it's trying to sever our connections to one another.
I found them in the town shopping district. We'll be able to catch up with them quickly.
Alright, let's hurry to join up with them. Then we can compare notes.
Fortunately, Igus and Teddy appear to be very close by. We hurry towards the readings in an effort to meet up with the others.
Ow! My back still hurts. Getting old sucks.
Do you age, Teddy? I don't.
Oh, by the way, there's something I've been meaning to ask you, Ai-chan. Is there anyone you like?
What do you mean?
Come on, you can't fool me. If you don't have anyone, then you and me should...
Igus, Teddy.
Michan! Aki!
Akihiko-san, Mitsuru-san, thank goodness you're both safe.
Whoa, what happened? You're both beaten.
I was careless. We were ambushed by an enemy and suffered severe damage.
Though they are acting brave, it's always at a glance that both Teddy and Igus have been severely injured. It's clear that they won't be able to fight properly for a while.
Is someone... Please respond.
Rise-chan, I hear you! Talk to your lover bear!
Is that you, Kujikawa? We can hear you.
That voice. Mitsuru-san? Thank goodness, I heard you were captured.
Yes, but we're fine now. I'm sorry to have worried you. Where are you right now?
Yukiko-senpai and I went out to look for Kanji and the others, but the town's turned into a maze. I lost track of them while we were getting our bearings. We're thinking about heading back to Junes right now.
All right, keep going to Junes. We'll head over too, so we'll meet you there. Tatsumi and Shirogane should have arrived already.
Understood. Please be careful.
Alright, now that that's decided, we need to hurry. Igus, Teddy, can you go on?
Leave it to me to guide you to Junes. I'll use my nose and...
Teddy appears to have sensed something. He turns and looks at a shape that appeared further down in the shopping district. After all, that's happened. Do they still intend to make us fight? No. From here on, they're doing this just to buy time. The shape ahead draws closer, and I see that it's a double Sajanaka. There's no need to wonder about whether this is the real one or not.
You left everyone else inside and ran away? What happened to all that fun stuff? Oh, maybe they just don't need you anymore. I guess you're the runs of the litter.
A fake Chie-chan! bears have packs, not litters, and we're not runts!
It's fine, Teddy. Let it say whatever it wants.
I stop Teddy as he tries to lash out, in response to the Fate Sadonaka's harsh words. It's true that we made a mistake in being captured by the enemy before this started, but still.
I've made some errors this time, but we have our comrades. Even if one of us was to fall, the rest of us can complement each other. My standing here right now is a result of the trust we have for one another. I will carry out my duty, and you will be stopped.
Damn, I like this.
With my thoughts of my comrades who left for the top of the tower at the forefront of my mind, I grab hold of the hilt with my rapier. No matter what taunts these shadows have for me, my heart will not be shaken. My comrades have my back.
Look at that. These two. we don't already get any like illustrations like this, or the, you know, drawn out type of situation.
All I have to do is keep proceeding onward.
No. We will protect this world. We will not lose to the likes of you.
We're the most powerful lineup ever! We'll prove that we've got the upper claw here!
The two of them are so hurt that I'm surprised they can even move. But the fire in their eyes is stronger. Oh my god, excuse me. There you go. But the fire in their eyes is stronger than ever. I sense their will to fight shining through. Such admirable resolve. We'll take on this burden in their stead. Next to me, Akihiko slams his fist into the palm of his other hand and steps in front of Aigus and Teddy.
I was hoping for a chance to fight about now. Felt myself getting rusty. The rest of you can sit back and watch.
This tournament is foolish, but I was given one of your insipid names. It's time I showed you the power of the Execution Queen.
Mitsuru. She gave him the most amazing speech for them to like, no, Akihiko, you can go. Mitsuru. You deserve to have this fight.
Finally.
Damn it.
I'm coming for you.
Okay, I don't know. I don't remember what combo. It's not the combo I was looking for. I hardly remember her combo. See? Oh, I hate these ones. You just have to charge. Right, calm the fuck down. Damn it.
I don't know you have time to
Alright, that was that. I like playing Mitsuru, but some of her combos are charging moves.
We don't even turn back to look at the melting shadow anymore. We rely on Teddy's nose and run with all our speed through the red fog towards Juness.
Getting straight to the point.
There! Come on! Everyone hurry!
We eventually see the large store that I had last been in when we exited the TV world. This building must normally be quite lively with customers, but now it looms within an eerie silence within the dim red
Our
fog.
rendezvous point is on this building's rooftop. Everyone remain in contact while searching for Kujikawa and the rest. Stay alert.
Every day's great at your Juness. Hello?
A monitor on the side of the road flickers so that General Teddy suddenly appears on the screen.
What the? You again, you phony bear! What do you want now? Thanks for coming all the way out to such a remote place. Did you enjoy the P1 climax? There were so many touching battles this time. But, too bad for you. Unfortunately, you've all served your purposes already.
What do you mean by that?
Just what I said! When you fought, you released fragments of your personas. And I've gathered more than enough of them. Thus, there's no reason to keep you persona users alive any longer. Prepare to be swallowed by a surge of shadows!
Well, ain't that good. Once General Teddy finishes, the monitor shuts off. Silence fills the area once again.
What is the shaking?
The end is nigh. With a thundering roar, a vicious black liquid geysers up from everywhere. This black wave surrounds us, whirling madly, and begins to close in.
What the?
There are so many shadows. They're going to attack. Please, be careful.
Cheeky bastards. Come! Persona!
Akihiko's persona sees her, swing its sword towards the approaching black wave. The mass of shadows retreats for a moment like a receding tide, then immediately surges towards us like a tidal wave.
Artemisia!
Persona!
Initiating summon sequence. Athena.
We summon our personas one after another and have no choice but to fight back. If things are this bad out here, I have to worry about Kuchikawa and the others who are inside. We must get inside as soon as possible and meet up with them. But the horde of shadows pours forth without stopping, giving us no respite. Even the entrance to Juness has been completely covered with a black mass. If this becomes a drawn-out battle, then Arashi will be at a disadvantage. I feel a sense of listlessness. After being on this on that cross, I'm severely exhausted. Even Aigus and Akihiko are moving less nimbly than usual. Teddy fights on, as if trying to protect the three of us, but he's injured as well. He won't last forever.
Ugh, if this keeps up.
Rise-chan, Yuki-chan, Nao-chan, I'll be right there.
More shadows incoming. They're not stopping.
Where was he hiding this many shadows?
My vision begins to darken as the layers of gaze are being wrapped around my eyes, and I feel more tired than ever. Though each shadow may be inconsequential on its own, the sheer numbers are too much to contend with. My arms drop to my sides. I can't lift them anymore.
Mitsuru! Hey, hang in there!
Nin-chan! Watch out!
Mitsuru-san!
Come on, can't you pull it together? I really don't want to get involved here, you know?
Here we go, Adachi. My, what's up, everyone? What the? As the sound echoes out, my vision returns and I see shape moving towards us, mowing down the horde of shadows. Was that just a persona attack? The shadows that have been overwhelming us retreat, and a path opens towards the Juness entrance.
Oh man, you guys look terrible. That's what you get for sticking your noses into places they don't belong.
The newcomer is a man who speaks languidly while scratching at the back of his neck. The persona attack must have come from him. He looks familiar. The serial murder case that took place in Inaba last year. I tried to remember the name of the former detective who had been arrested as a suspect.
Are you Toru Adachi?
What? I thought Adachi was in police custody.
Wow, I'm famous now. You're Mitsuru Kirijo, right? I guess the rest of these people are your subordinates?
What's Adachi baby doing here?
Wait, what do you...
You must be a fake, too!
No, he's not a fake. Why do you call him Adachi baby?
You too? A fake? Yeah, that's it. I'm a fake.
Everything about his response radiates insincerity. He seems to be an intelligent but shrewd man. But for right now, it doesn't matter if this man is a fake or not. What matters is why such a person would go out of his way to help us.
Why did you save us?
It wasn't just for you. If you died here, it'd be trouble for me. I have to obey the rules.
Rules?
Never mind, I'm just rambling. Still, isn't this an impressive number of shadows? I bet you'd really be able to get up to something fun with this many. Like, oh, say summoning up a god or something?
Summoning a god? Is that what that show guy is doing?
So the Sword of Shadows seems to have been gathered here by the other Minasuke after all. He's intending to use them to awaken a godlike being. What he called his world is one where the being has descended, but that will result in the fall. Utter destruction.
I'm just guessing. And if this many shadows were to head over to that tower and start wrecking shit, that building wouldn't stand a chance, would it? Plus, anyone inside would be in for some real trouble, wouldn't they? Well, it's not like it matters to me. I'm gonna be on my way now. Good luck or whatever. Aren't the rest of your friends in here at Juness? You kids love crowding together after all. Don't you think you'll win with those numbers?
Hey, stop! Where do you think you're going?
Don't, Teddy. I know you want to go after him, but we're all exhausted right now. We need to prioritize meeting up with your friends.
Tomodachi doesn't even look back at Teddy. He begins walking at a leisurely pace in the direction of Yasugami High. We quickly lose sight of him as he becomes lost in the muddy stream of shadows.
Toru Adachi. At the very least, he didn't seem to be a fake made from a shadow.
Is he scheming something after all?
No matter what his aims were, it's true that we were saved in the end.
Save thinking about it for later. We need to hurry.
We ran along the path to Juness entrance and had been created for us by Adachi's strike. I rushed into the store and up the stairs. The gushing shadows had entered the building as well, but they are far fewer in number than they had been outside, and are much of a hindrance. Eventually the stairs end and we see the door that opens to the rooftop food court. The food court beyond a horde of shadows had regained its intensity and continued flooding in, one after another. 4% of users from Inaba are fighting them, even though they are experienced, fierce fighters and have survived many tough situations. It seems they are having a hard fight against the sheer volume of these shadows.
Damn it! They're getting more intense again! There's no end to this!
You can't give up. Mitsuru-san and her people should arrive soon. Right. We can't lose somewhere like this.
Rise-chan, Nao-chan, Yuki-chan! I'm so glad you're all okay!
Oh, Teddy! And Mitsuru-san too!
No kanji. You're not mentioning kanji. Teddy should have been considerable exhausted and injured, but seeing the faces of his friend must have given him strength. He darts towards his friend as... Oh my god. Sorry about that. Oh my god. Sorry. I reread that. He darts towards his friend as fast as his little legs can carry him, and joins their battle line. They are united by a strong bond as well. They can't fall behind either.
Ted! Hey! You intentionally left me out, didn't you?
What do you expect? It's Teddy.
You're loud as always. Do you still have a lot of energy left? You don't go down easy, but I see you're barely hanging on.
Don't underestimate me. Half your stuffing's hanging out anyway, so you don't get to say anything.
Sorry we're late. You did well in keeping him at bay. We'll join in the fight.
With a sense of relief at seeing everyone we had been unable to locate, we quickly tell them of our situation and check on their conditions. It's clear that all of them are tired and injured, but now that our numbers have doubled, we should be able to make out for that by cooperating with each other. As it turns out, we are slowly but surely able to push back this seemingly endless torrent of shadows.
We can do this! There's enough of us here now that I'm sure we can win! It's too early to be relieved yet. The shadows all over town are converging on that tower. At this rate, our senpai in there will be...
Oh my god. Sorry about that. Whoa, sorry. Damn. Got the kick in. Sorry. Sheesh. Shirogane is right. If we are held up here, we won't be able to aid those who have headed up to the tower. If the shadows are gathered with the intent to climb that tower, then we have to take the chance of returning to the tower ourselves to intercept them.
But considering the sheer number of shadows, that would be too dangerous.
Mitsuru-san, Ken-kun has given me the details. This case has many similarities with Shuji Yakutsuki's plan. I believe the culprit has the same intent. And considering the current situation with these hordes of shadows, the time is nigh.
Shomanasuke calls Shuji Kutsu his father. And then there's also what Torodaki mentioned. There's certainly enough circumstantial evidence. At this time, Nato speaks of it's nothing less than the end of the world.
Do we have no choice but to entrust this to the others here? Isn't there something we can do, Mitsuru-san?
This isn't the time to argue, Mitsuru-san. We have to go.
What's there to worry about, Mitsuru? There's only one option here.
Everyone wants to return to the tower, completely disregarding their own safety. Not a single one of us is afraid to volunteer, even in this desperate situation. In addition, we've been forestalled again and again since this started. It seems that my position as the leader of our shadow operatives has put me on the defensive without me noticing it. We have to go on the offensive now, and that we have the strength to do so.
Listen up. The shadows are likely gathering at that tower. Their goal is likely to bring about the coming of a god with the power to destroy the world. We must stop this at all costs. Fujikawa, will you lend me your strength? We'll combine our communication abilities to contact Yamagishi. They need to be told of the danger.
The first step is to make contact. Damn, I don't know why I'm so tired all of a sudden. Sheesh. Sorry about that. You know, been off for work. Cut me some slack, okay? I feel like them. I was like, oh my power, my stamina is drained. I tasked the other 6 with making sure that the area is secure. Then take Fujikawa's hand. We both feel familiar tension, distinct from what we feel in battle, as we focus our thoughts and concentrate on that tower.
Persona.
We communicate with Fuka, most likely.
But the situation is truly chaotic, and the end of the world is drawing near. The vision that appears in my mind is surprisingly clear. To think that Fujikawa's communication ability is this powerful, it's equal to Yamagishi's. I've also been told that it's evolved to the point that she can participate in combat now. These persona heroes of Inaba have great potential hidden within them. That's right. We have the obligation to protect this town. Their future.
Fuka-san is somewhere around the middle of the tower?
Hold on, Fujikawa. There's something in the sky.
There's a reading of something approaching the high speed from the fog-filled sky. Eventually, the rhythmic sound of a helicopter reaches our ears. A large helicopter with the creature group markings approaching us out of the fog. The pilot must be...
That's you there, isn't it, Kikuno? Respond at once.
Lady Mitsuru, thank goodness you're safe.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing there? This airspace is dangerous. You must withdraw at once to a safer area.
You're all putting your lives at stake by fighting. I refuse to shame myself by withdrawing.
I can only smile at the way Kikuno refuses my direct order. She won't hesitate to risk herself for my sake. It's never changed at all.
There's something I must tell you at once. We've decoded more of the records from Shuji Ikutsuki that I gave to Labrasan. We've reached a point where there is a description that seems to be hinting at the security code. If we can solve it, we may be able to fully unlock it. The clues to the password are my true form that I should take, and the one written of in the prophecy. Prophecy and true form? Could this be about what happened back then?
Mitsuru, you have to remember. That insanity Yakutsuki was a slave to. You remember the speech he gave us?
I could never forget that night 3 years ago. The night we were cast into the depths of despair. Yakutsuki looked down on us with insanity in his eyes and told us of his own ambitions.
He said he would become a king in the new world. With that in mind, what he strived to become, his self-professed true form.
The new world that Shuji Ikutsuki strove for. A world where everyone besides himself had been changed into a shadow. What did he believe his true form would be? There's no mistake. Those words symbolized the distorted ambitions Ikutsuki had become obsessed with. and what he truly believed he would come.
That's it! The password was accepted, and the file's been unlocked. I'm opening the file now.
There's no time to wait for an analysis. Fujikawa, let's try again. We need to get this information to Labras through Yamagishi.
We direct our search in the direction to the tower once more and detect Yamagishi. Near her are a number of those readings to appear to be in combat. There are Narukami, Sadanaka, and Haramura. It seems they are fighting violently to protect Yamagishi. Though they had been injured, a sigh in relief, seeing that they are made a recovery. We immediately open communication with Yamagishi and relay our situation. According to Yamagishi, the sudden swarm of shadows in town have begun pouring into the tower as well. We then pass on our own conclusion. The reason for the horde of shadows and our information of the password. Even Yamagishi's... Sorry. I don't know what's wrong. My body's like reacting a lot of stuff. Oh, give me a chance. Damn. Even Yamagishi seems lost for words at hearing this, but she quickly recovers herself.
So that's why all these shadows have been flooding in. We'll stop them here as well. I'll tell Labras about that password at once. Please be careful, Mitsuru-senpai.
Everyone looks towards me at once. The communication ends. They're waiting for a word from me with such impatience, but don't worry, I understand.
We will now head to the tower to aid those who are still in there. We'll have to force our way in. We will combine the strength of our personas and fight our way through.
As they say, that's what I'm talking about.
This is starting to get interesting. I'm getting pumped up.
All right. If that's the plan, then it's time to bust out all our skills. Better not fall behind, Ted.
I'm getting fired up! Wait for us, Sensei! Wait for me, Labby-chan!
Right. Labras and Chie are fighting too, so I can't just stay here.
The moment we were about to step towards the tower, I noticed the black silhouette of a vehicle lowering its altitude, close enough to graze the horde of shadows.
You need to leave Inaba and stand by until we contact you again.
No, my lady. This helicopter is loaded with 2 7.62mm Gatling guns, 19 continuous rounds of 70mm rocket ammunition, as well as a 30mm chain gun.
This thing is overloaded.
Damage shadows. They will be useful in preventing their advancement and providing you with some measure of backup.
Don't be ridiculous. It's too dangerous.
Labras-san asked me why someone who couldn't use a persona would risk their life to go to a place where shadows appear. No matter how slight it may be, I can still provide some assistance to you all. I have been prepared to risk my life from the start. My lady, I have my own battles to fight. Hikuno-san.
Mitsuru, are you gonna repeat the same mistake?
You're right. It doesn't matter how strong or weak you are. I pushed Narukami and his friends away before, and now I'm doing the same to Kikuno. Kikuno, I accept your determination. Aid us from the helicopter. We must reach that tower at all costs.
Understood. I will see you there safely, even if it costs me my life. Let us depart.
Kikuno's helicopter rotates in place to face the direction we will be proceeding in. Kikuno, you badass! You know you don't have a persona in the future. I'm pretty sure you'll be one heck of a secondary character, and a badass one as well. With a tremendous concussion, a rain of bullets showers down at the mass of shadows, splashing bits of blackness every which way. The way that had been completely covered, the road loses its intensity and begins to retreat.
Now!
Right.
All right!
Come! Persona!
Go! Persona!
Here goes!
A iron sparkling light runs towards the wave of shadows, accompanied by a roaring sound. We can do this. We nod to each other and leap one after another into the newly opened path. We must head to the tower where our comrades are fighting, so that I can carry out. No, so we can all carry out of our duties. And that's how we conclude Mitsuru's perspective.
To be continued. Man, a lot of stuff has happened in this episode. Everything will once calm down through Labrys. So here you can definitely see this is gonna be a one-way trip. Mainly, I think we're just now approaching towards the end through this episode as well. So then we can just possibly switch through Adachi. Obviously, the true ending of the game, and obviously then we go through episode Adachi, which I'm more keen on going through this one because it's gonna be a heck of an episode, Adachi-san, who doesn't give a crap about anything. So yeah, so I'm gonna end the episode right there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's good to be playing back, and obviously with my life and trying to go through all the OC YouTube. It's kind of hard, but I do like playing video games right in my time that I want to, and it's pretty nice. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoy this. Leave a like and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one. We're gonna be concluding episode 3, so let's see what Labrys, how Labrys is gonna take care of all this. But until then, peace out.